Hey everyone, today's video will be the Polymer Clay Remake tag started by XOX Rufus on YouTube. I have some old charms that I found recently, and I hope to show you how my style has changed and hopefully improved over time by comparing them to more recent charms. I did not remake every single one specifically for this video, but these are the most recent charms that I have for each category. So this is a bit like an evolution video. Here are some basic things I started doing differently in order to improve on my sculptures. I honestly don't know if I'm qualified to give out tips, but here they are. And by the way, some of the newer pieces shown in this video are up for sale on my Etsy shop, so if you'd like to check it out, I'll leave the links in my bio, and thank you! So whenever I started something new, I made sure to wash and dry my hands really well to avoid dirty and dusty clay. Be especially careful not to touch fabric before handling your polymer clay. When I make faces for some of my charms, I try using clay so that it may appear neater, especially since I always mess up when I use paint. And it also helps me make the little lines, like for the mouth or eyes, as thin as I would like them to be. Another tip is, another thing I did differently is that I started to look at more pictures for references, as well as the object itself in real life to get a better idea of the scale size and detail of the thing I'm trying to recreate. For example, looking at strawberries or raspberries on a cake in relation to the cake, to make sure that when you try to sculpt the berries on your miniature cake that they're not too big or too small. So it really helps to have a picture or see it. Okay, the fourth tip is that if my clay was too dirty, I used rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip to remove the dust and any unwanted colors. And I made sure to wait at least 30 minutes or so before putting it in the oven. I also started to be more delicate when I had to hold the sculpture that I was sculpting to avoid fingerprints. However, you can always rub away the fingerprints if you need to. Okay, now it's time to talk about clay brands and some rough experience on how each one worked for me, and just a few things about it, even though it might not help, but some things. So when I first started polymer clay, I used the store brand because it was the cheapest. However, it was really crumbly and hard to work with or apply detail to. Later on, I started using Fareoh and Sculpey 3, which were both a little more expensive, about 30 to 40 cents more. And I found out that the Fareoh clay is a little more firm than the Sculpey, or it's a little firm in general, and it takes a bit of kneading to sculpt easily with it. However, it's really good if you want to add texture, like in a cake, because when you add texture to a cake, you want it to look crumbly, and you don't want it to look like soggy cake. You gotta get that good cake texture, So yeah, it's good for texture. Sculpey 3 I found was way too soft if you wanted to add any texture like that, but it's also good for simple charms, and it's really malleable and easy to work with. It doesn't crumble or break easily like when you want to add a thin mouth for a character's face, but it's quite sticky, so you might want to have some cornstarch at hand, especially when you try and mix it with other colors. And especially the red clay stains too, so make sure to wash your hands really well before working with another color afterwards, especially white. And also, because Sculpey 3 is very malleable, it's good if you want to make... it's good for making cake frosting with translucent liquid clay. And the Sculpey, since the white Sculpey clay is really soft, it's good for that. So I usually just use that, and I also add that translucent liquid Sculpey. So yeah, yep. And Primo is like in between. It's not too soft and not too firm. So it's really good if you also want to make simple characters. I hope that this video helped somewhat, even though, I hope it didn't seem obvious to you, like too obvious, but hopefully this helps you if you're new to polymer clay or want to try improving. And thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please comment down below and let me know what you think as well. And it would be nice if you liked and subscribed if you like this video. Okay, please like and subscribe if you like this video to show your support, and thank you, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Alright, bye.